Commissioner Jake,
Here.
Commissioner Johnson,
Here.
Commissioner Mathias,
Here.
Commissioner McGinn.
Here. Pledge allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so. Do we have any changes to the agenda as presented? I do. I would like to remove 15B from executive matters from executive session. And I think we do remove that, right? Okay, so that's improving the real estate. Any other changes? No?
I move to approve the agenda as amended.
No, second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Right? We don't have any public here. I don't think there's public. Nothing under unfinished business, sorry. All right, so. The consent agenda. Let's see if I got this here, guys. Do we have a motion to approve this consent agenda as I'm going to read it right now? Motion to approve the voucher expenses for the month ending July 31st, 2024 in the amount of $742,674.17. The interim voucher expenses for the month ending August 31st, 2024 in the amount of $291,539.11. The treasurer's report for the month ending July 31st, 2024 in the amount of $18,766,164.08. The regular meeting minutes from July 18th, 2024. The committee meeting of the whole minutes from August 1st, 2024. Ordinance 24.25.04, revision of general practice manual policy, 5.5 meeting attendance, the Earth Day Trail Race request, the Frozen Gnome 50K, 10K race request, and the Halloween Fun Run request. Do we have, did I motion that already?
You wanted that, so-
Do we have a second? Or, yeah, do we have a second?
One second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Cable,
Yes.
Commissioner Heisler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Mathias,
Yes.
Commissioner McGinn.
Yes. Okay. Nothing was removed. All right, new business action items. A motion is requested of the board to approve ordinance 24.25.05 in the ordinance authorizing the issuance of general obligation park bonds, parentheses, alternate revenue source of the district in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $5.5 million for the payment of land condemned or purchased for parks, for the building, maintaining, improving, and protecting the same and the existing land and facilities of the district, and for the payment of the expenses incident thereto.
So can we, and we can discuss.
Yeah. Yeah,
So can we approve this and not have it go forward?
We can pull out of this up to the day before the bid opening.
And you can go less.
Beg your pardon?
You can go less.
That's the amount.
then the 5.5.
Right, but.
But if we decide to back out, yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So then this just positions the park to be able to move should something come up that would mirror this.
Correct. So we have that flexibility to pull out of it, but if we want to do this and spend the money where we intend to do it, we need to get the process started now.
Sounds good, thank you.
Any other discussion on that? We have a second,
I seconded.
roll call?
Commissioner Heisler,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Mathias,
Yes.
Commissioner Cable,
Yes.
Commissioner McGinn.
Yes.
Right, so after this, Tina will post this, on our station, notice in the paper, so we have to do that as the next step.
I'll send it to them tomorrow, and then they should have it in the paper either Saturday or Monday.
Okay, also under new business action items, a motion is requested to approve. Or to accept the lowest responsive bid for replacing the maintenance garage roof from CJM Roofing in the amount of $195,000. And to approve the additional funded amount of $5,000 for repair of latent conditions that's specified in the base bid for a total of $200,000. Do we have a second?
I'll do second.
Any discussion on that?
Yes, I would just like to point out that if we had a sound environmental policy in place, we could have looked at installing a rooftop garden of some sort on our flat roof. But because we don't have a policy that directs us to looking at things like that, we don't look at it. And I think that's an omission that I would like the Park District to move forward at correcting. I'm not saying that this is called for here, but I think we should be asking this question every time we do things like this. Great.
Any other discussion? Okay, roll call.
Commissioner Heisler?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson?
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Mathai?
Yes.
Commissioner Cable?
Yes.
Commissioner McGinn?
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
okay, discussion items. Reports to the board. You want to go over?
Scott, you can- I'll pass.
Okay,
I have nothing to add. Other than summer is over. Thank you to staff for phenomenal.
Oh, boy.
It is, I agree.
Well, it does go till October, but as far as we're concerned, this is the quiet week of the year where everything's kind of just ready to explode again in the next week or two. Yeah, but, a phenomenal summer this year for everybody. Record numbers, it seems like at everything we were doing, smooth running, no major issues, so that's off to the staff for a phenomenal summer, so. That's all I had to have. You know?
I passed out, or Ann passed out, just an update on the fund for the lake decal, or lake usage decals. There was, wages for the harvester that did not get posted in July, so I just wanted to show you what it would look like with that in it. So, the $995.82. Is what the amount of the wages were that we're going to transfer. It'll end up showing up in June or in August, but I just wanted to show you that what the numbers look like with it in July.
And there was a beginning balance of 24,722. That was a carryover from last year because we did sell stickers in April.
In April, correct.
So the total revenue was actually the 24 plus the 63 to date, so. We're showing an ending balance of that 64,538.37
Mhm.
to date. So,
Right, the beginning balance plus the revenue minus the expenses equals that 64,000.
so we exceeded budget in the sale of the stickers as far as the revenue goes.
Right, because the 74,000 budget is for the current fiscal year. But that also includes that 24,000 of that was sold in April.
Yeah, so
So-
it won't show up here.
Right, so next April, it will get applied to this fiscal year's budget.
okay,
Mhm.
how much did we sell this year? Leave out the 24,000 or whatever.
So currently in the current fiscal year. We have a net, where's my number here? $24,100.04.
Okay,
As far as how much the
Sticker.
revenue, we sold $63,916 in stickers.
got it, and then you back out expenses,
Mhm.
Right,
Which,
24,100, whatever,
well, yes, correct.
okay,
Mhm. And then, yeah, and then the year-to-date activity then is the 39,815.96.
Okay.
So that's the net of those two.
Compared to last year,
You don't know it.
We can't.
But
No.
we won't have that.
Yeah,
information.
the only thing we have in the last fiscal budget is the 24,722 that we did sell. So we didn't have
Right.
many expenses last year.
Um,
Mhm.
Did, have we given the share to Lakewood?
That's what the contractual services expense line is. So year to date, we've paid them 21,160 through the end of July.
So we pay them monthly.
And are there any
Every
other
other week.
Oh, we pay them
obligations
twice a
we
month.
have that have not been paid out yet?
There'll be, some repair expenses for the repairs that have been done for parts. So that'll be in there. I don't know, are we gonna charge out his labor to this?
Yeah.
Okay, so
We have all that information, so it's up to our discretion.
Eric had asked for this at the last meeting, so Tina put it together.
Mhm.
For everybody.
Yeah.
So,
Nice and clear, thank you.
Thank you.
Kurt, anything?
No, just echoing what you said. Summer's over. It's been great. We're down to weekends only at the beach and this is the week, like Jason said, where we're in between camp and when ET starts up next week. So those people actually have a week to kind of get transition from camp to getting right back into the schools. So even though they're not with the kids, they're very busy this week.
Well, the fall guide goes live tomorrow morning, the digital guide. The print brochures will be, the extras will be dropped here at the admin office tomorrow afternoon and go to the post office. And so anybody within our boundaries and 6012 and 14 will receive a guide in the mail next week. And reminder, 5 PM tomorrow, Name Your Park voting ends at 5 o'clock. Right now, top two are within 16 votes of each other. Yeah, so,
So we've gotten a sizable number of responses.
yeah, over almost 401, actually. 400, I mean, not bad. I mean, so we did some polling at the National Night Out last week and did a vote tally and then entered those into the online system. So had some face-to-face interaction with people. Shared on social media. The voting went out through to our e-newsletter subscriber list. So it was in the Northwest Herald, I believe, on Tuesday. So yeah, so it's close. We'll see.
Eric?
Oh, really not much to add, although I will say though, I was at the Monarchs and Butterfly event. Kurt's team and staff did a great job of kind of setting everything up and getting it going, and our natural resource manager, Preston, did a great job of, coordinating that whole plan team, and everything like that, so it was great success.
You went above and beyond,
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fantastic,
100%.
Yeah.
It was amazing,
But
what,
that's
the lakes
just-
that he went to.
yes,
That's just another day.
yeah,
Lakes,
that's,
that's,
he's fantastic.
Great weather for that.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Amy, anything you're saying?
I just wanted to point out that besides my report, the contractors in process of taking silos down at Haligus, or no name park yet, so we get. And, he's been very careful with salvaging the iron rod and the cap, which has been awesome, and then he expects to really work on the stone silo tomorrow. Was his end, schedule plan when I spoke to him yesterday. Today we had a rain out day. And then we are out to bid for the Woodland Estates Courts project. We originally had a bid opening a week and a half ago, but we didn't receive enough bids, so we extended it and we made a few modifications. So the next bid opening is on August 22nd at 11 AM. So please put the word out. We have it listed on our website. And that's it.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
How is the shelter at Veterans Acres going?
So you got in your packet a letter from the contractor apologizing about the delay factor and his, the fact that the weather has delayed him so much in all of his project work. So we are still on hold because of the rain. And again, more rain today and it just delays us more and more. And I am thankful that he's sensitive, especially since we have that majestic oak there. He could go in there and do a lot of work, but he would do a lot of damage. And so I know it's challenging because we've had a lot of people call wanting to, reserve that shelter and, I wish we hadn't taken it down so quickly, but it is what it is.
That Halloween fun run request, they wanna use that shelter, correct? That's the shelter they wanna use.
They've got it in there, but we've got contingency plans in case
Okay.
that can't work.
Okay.
Because there's some other between that race, between the Ornery Mule races, between the cross-country races, we've been thinking about that, so.
I mean, we have all the materials, the shelter, the structure is in the hands of the contractor. And he's got his supplies, it's just, a matter of getting in there with the big equipment to.
Yeah.
Pour the concrete and stuff.
Anybody else? No, okay, matters from the board. Does anybody have anything?
Well, I ride my bike around a lot, and I just wanted to toss this idea out. We were talking about at the last meeting about the possibility of relocating the skate park. And I think an ideal location would be Sam John's Park. If you can imagine, there's a couple of big wide open areas over there. It's adjacent to Crystal Lake South High School. There's a long stretch of road that people could park in their car there. It's a neighborhood area, and if it ever got to a point where you needed parking, I'm sure after hours at the Crystal Lake South parking lot, people could park there too.
Okay.
I don't know if you wanted to go and just kind of take a look, but it seemed like that would be an ideal location.
I'll definitely take a look at that, thank you.
Anybody else? On behalf of like the 17 organizations that participated in that Monarchs and Music event, I just want to thank the Park District for being such a great partner with that event. It's a ton of coordination and none of it could happen. I mean, it's coordination from the federal level down to the local level, and Main Beach is the perfect site for that. And it's just so great because there's people that have no idea really that the event is going on and they're there to go to the beach and they're like, hey, let's check this out. And it's a great way to be able to spread the word to people who you wouldn't normally see about the mission of that event, which is getting some native plants in the ground for these insects. So anyway.
I think we had what, $2,000 worth of plants donated to our garden up there, so.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, and Preston had all like the holes pre-dug for the planting and it was, he just.
Don't forget about the hand washing station.
Right?
Took your
Like,
call.
so that if people's hands got dirty while we were out there, they could like rinse their hands. Did you see me convincing the little girl it was okay to get dirt on her hands? Okay, there's water over there, like. Yeah, so thank you guys for being such an amazing partner. But, okay, all right, so now we are going to, I'm gonna make a motion. Move in a closed session for the purposes of discussing land acquisition along with the release. The release of closed session. Do I have a second? Roll call.
We got the. Yeah. Commissioner Cagle.
Yes.
Commissioner Heisler. Yes. Commissioner Jacobson.
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Commissioner Mathias.
Yes.
Commissioner Black.
Yes.
That was a.
Sure, wait, no, we're not. Because I have to.
That wasn't a record.
So now. We're back in session. Do I have to say anything? Right.
We're back in session and motion to approve resolution 21.
So I'm gonna make a motion to approve resolution 24-2503 regarding the release of closed session minutes. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye. Okay.
It's a resolution question.
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
roll call.
roll call.
Commissioner Cagle.
Yes.
Commissioner Heisler. Yes. Commissioner Jacobson.
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Commissioner Mathias,
Yes.
Commissioner McGinn.
Yes. Okay, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed?
All right, folks.
Wait a minute, yeah.